Welcome back to Lesson 1 on Rotational Symmetry. In this video, we'll look at the angle of rotational symmetry, which is the angle at which a figure coincides with itself. So it is the number of degrees that we would need to rotate an object before it coincided with itself. So a square that was talked about in the last video, for example, was rotated 90 degrees before it coincided with itself. So 90 degrees is the angle of rotation. So now to find the angle of rotation of any figure, you take 360 degrees and then divide that by the order of rotational symmetry. So example 1, we have to determine the order and angle of rotation for each figure. So for A, to find the order, you can use tracing paper, but you may be able to picture taking this figure and then rotating it and it coinciding with itself right here, and here, and here, all the way around. So the order in this case would be 6. Now to find the angle of rotation, we take 360 degrees and divide that by 6, which is 60 degrees. So rotating this figure every 60 degrees would result in it coinciding with itself. Now for B, again, you can get tracing paper, but you might be able to picture rotating it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that makes the angle of rotation 360 divided by 4, which is 90 degrees. Now, if a shape has an order of rotational symmetry of 8, what is the angle of rotation? So we'll write down the formula. The angle of rotation is 360 degrees divided by the order of rotational symmetry. So 360 degrees divided by 8 works out to be 45 degrees. Now we're asked to rearrange the above formula to determine the order of rotational symmetry if given the angle of rotation. So the above formula is good when you're looking for the angle, but if you have the angle and want the order, how can we do that? So let me write down the formula. The angle of rotation is equal to 360 degrees divided by the order. So now if I'm trying to rearrange this formula to solve for the order, I'll start by cross multiplying. We can put that over 1. So now the angle times the order is equal to 360 degrees times 1, which is 360 degrees. Now, if I'm trying to get the order all by itself, I should now divide both sides by the angle. So now I get this formula. To find the order of rotational symmetry, you take 360 degrees and divide that by the angle of rotation. So now let's use that formula for example 3. It says a shape has an angle of rotational symmetry of 15. What is the order of rotational symmetry? So we just wrote down that the order of rotational symmetry is 360 degrees divided by the angle. So I'll take 360 and divide that by 15. Working that on my calculator, I get 24. So the order of rotational symmetry is 24.